everyone, welcome back again in our OCN's lecture. I hope you are doing well and studying at home. So let us proceed. In our last lecture we have started with commercial banks and we saw how commercial bank helps or what functions commercial bank have, what services commercial banks gives. Like we learned about it gives locker facility, overdraft facility, debit card, credit card, then it gives loans to general public and also to businesses for investing and earning money. Okay, so we'll move further. Now, in commercial bank comes public sector bank. You learned about public sector, private sector, businesses. But here today you are going to learn about public sector bank, not businesses. But they have many similarities. Of course, public and private, they have public sector bank, private sector bank, public sector business, private sector business. They have similarities like what is given here. It is given public sector bank are a major type of bank in India where a majority stake is held by the government. Means what? Means 50% and more, like 51% and above percentage of stake is there with government. That bank is known as public sector bank. The shares of this bank are listed on stock exchange like NSE and BSE. Okay, so what is given here? Public sector bank are major type of bank in India where majority of stake is held by the government. Means government owns 51% and more stake. That bank will be known as public sector bank. Means it is controlled by public. Rules and regulations will be followed by government. Okay. Example, State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Dena Bank, etc. As you can see in the picture, many banks are given there. Allahabad Bank, Bank of India, PNB, Punjab National Bank, Syndicate Bank. All these banks come under public sector bank. Okay. Public sector bank means any government sector bank institute that goes public. Means 51% and more shares are held by or are owned by government. Means that issue its share to the general public. General people can purchase share of public sector bank. Okay. It also has a greater share of government, more than 50, so that the main motto of social welfare, other than that, maximizing of profit. As you can see in the picture, that is given Bank of Maharashtra. It comes under public sector bank. It also has a greater share of government as it is given more than 50%. So that the main motto of social welfare other than maximizing profit remains. Means the main motto of public sector bank is to give services, is to have social welfare, doing good for people, and earning profit is secondary motive. Okay, their main aim is to give services to general public and earning profit is secondary motive. They want to earn profit but it is secondary for them. They want to give service first. Okay. Bank of Maharashtra also comes under public sector bank. In general terms, the public sector consists of government and all publicly controlled or publicly funded agencies, enterprises and other entities that deliver public program goods or services. Okay, Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, all these banks comes under public sector bank. And what is given here? Public sector bank government holding percentage as on 1st April 2020. So how much percentage of these banks are having? with government, so that because of these you can see every percentage or every bank is having more than 51% of their stake with government. That is why they are known as public sector bank. Okay, what is given here? As you can see the example here, State Bank of India, it has 61% with government, then Bank of Baroda 63.74%, then Union Bank of India 67.43%, then Punjab National Bank 92.22%, Canara Bank 72.55%, Punjab and Sindh Bank 79.62%, Indian Bank 81.73%. Then Bank of Maharashtra 87.01%, Bank of India 87.05%, then Central Bank of India 88.02%, and Indian Overseas Bank 95% highest. Then UCO Bank 93.29%. So these are the stakes which is owned by government in commercial banks. Because the percentage owned by the government, it is more than 50, means it is more than 51. That is why these banks are owned by government, means because of this it is public sector bank. Okay, Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank of India, and further you can see all these banks are under government because they are having 51% and more of their stakes which is owned by government. Okay, you can see in the picture SBI, Allahabad Bank. Okay, then we are done with public sector bank. Now we are going to learn about private sector bank, HDFC. In case of private sector banks, majority of share capital is held by the individual. So what is given here? Which bank is public sector bank where government is holding 51% and more of the stakes? And if private individual is holding 51% and more of stakes, that bank will be known as private sector bank. Okay, like suppose A is having 56% of stake, means A is an individual. Okay, means that bank will come under private sector bank. Okay, these banks are registered as companies with limited liability. Okay, picture of image is given here. HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank also comes under private sector bank. Means more than 51% of stake is owned by private individual, not by government. The private sector bank are bank where greater part of stake or equity are held by the private shareholder and not by the government. As we learned in last slide, 51% and more of stake should be there with private shareholder and not with the government. If 51% and more will be there with the government, that bank will known as public sector bank. But here 51% and more stake is held by private shareholder. That is why that bank is known as private bank. It is not owned by government. Okay. The private sector is the part of the economy that is run by individuals and companies for profit and is not state controlled. Means we learned that public sector bank, it is for giving services. Their main motto, their primary motto is to give services and not to earn profit. Earning profit is their secondary motto. But what is happening here? Here earning profit is the first motto, is the primary motto, is the main motto. Private sector banks, they are established to earn profit and they are not controlled by the government. Means they need to follow government rules, but not like public sector. Government have less interference in private sector bank rather than public sector bank. Okay. Private sector banks refer to those banks where most of the capital is in the private hands. Yes, in India there are two types of private sector bank, that is old private sector banks and new private sector bank. Two types of private sector banks are there, old and new. Old private sector banks are those which exist in India at the time of nationalization of major bank but were not nationalized due to their small size or some other reason. Means at the time of nationalization, means uh, when banks were getting divided into public and private. Suppose 10 banks are there and out of 10, 7 banks owned by the government, or government purchased them, or government held them, government purchased their shares more than 50%. Out of 10, 7 banks in 7 banks are held by government because they purchase the stake or shares of that bank. Because of 51% and more stakes, that 7 banks were known as public sector bank. But remaining 3 which were not nationalized, means government did not purchase its shares because of their small size. Okay, so those remaining 3, they are known as old private sector banks. Old means out of 10, remaining 3 are known as old private sector banks. Okay, and after that, what new banks were established? They were known as private sector banks if the 51% and above shares are with a private individual. Okay, so what is given here? All private sector bank are those which exist in India at the time of nationalization. Means here we are talking about those 3 remaining banks. Okay, I just gave you example of 10, 7 and 3. Out of 10, 7 banks, shares of 7 banks were purchased by government. This is just an example I am giving you. Okay, so where were we? Of major banks but were not nationalized, means those remaining were not nationalized due to small size or some other reason. Okay, so those remaining are known as old private sector bank. After the banking reforms, these banks got license to continue and have existed in India along with new private banks and government banks. Means those remaining banks can work with new private sector banks and government banks like public sector banks. Okay, they got license for that. Means those remaining, government did not wind up that or did not ask them to lock their banks or close their business of banks. Okay, government asked them to continue with the new private sector banks and other government's banks. Okay, they gave them license to continue, but they did not got nationalized because of their small size or some other reason. So in old private banks comes City Union Bank, Dhanlaxmi Bank, Federal Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank, as you can see here, Karnataka Bank, Lakshmi Vilas Bank, Nainital Bank, Ratnakar Bank, South Indian Bank, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. All these banks comes under old private banks. Means these banks did not got nationalized due to their small size or some other reason. Okay. New private sector banks means the private sector bank was established or incorporated as per revised guideline issued by RBI regarding entry of the private sector banks in 1993. Means when new banks were coming, new private banks were coming, RBI gave them new revised guidelines. Okay, in 1993. At present, there are 9 new private sectors of bank, that is Axis Bank, Trade Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, IndusLand Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Yes Bank, IDFC, Bandhan Bank or Bandhan Financial Services. These are the new private banks, okay, which incorporated as per revised guideline of RBI. Means after nationalization they came into existence. They are new private sector banks. Okay. We'll see further key difference between public and private sector banks. The points given below explain the difference between public and private sector banks. Okay. Public sector bank are banks whose maximum shareholding is with the government. On the other hand, private sector banks are the one whose maximum shareholding is with the individual or institution. As you know, a 51% and more of shareholding is with government, that is public sector bank, and 51% and more shareholding is with private individual, that is private sector bank. Okay, you know, you must have learned this till now in from a further slides, so last slides. So let's see what other difference they have. Public sector bank dominate Indian banking system by the total market share of 72.9%, which is followed by private sector bank by 19.7% only. Okay, means in Indian banking system, private sector bank is having 72.9%, and in banking system, private sector bank is having 19.7%. Public sector bank are established since long, while private sector bank emerged a few decades ago. Means public sector banks are established very early, since very long, but private sector banks emerged few decades ago, means few years ago. Okay. And so the customer base of public sector bank is greater than private ones. Of course, public will go for public sector bank. General public will go for, their first preference will be public sector bank. Okay, because they have trust on government, because they know that their money will be safe, whatever money they are depositing, whatever fixed deposit they are having, whatever locker facility they are using, they are keeping their gold, their important papers, their property papers, their wills in a locker or some other facilities. They are depositing their hard cash there in bank. But which bank will be preferred by general public? Of course, they will go for public sector bank. Means here we are doing difference, that first preference will be given to public sector bank. Okay, like we learned Bank of Maharashtra, PNB, Canara Bank, SBI. Public will go for, if you go in SBI, you can see the lot of people. Okay, what normal people are there, how many people are there, there are crunch of people. But if you go to some private bank, there is not, you can see that crowd. Okay, crowd can be seen in public sector bank, because public rely on public sector bank, because they have trust on public sector bank. On this basis, because of that trust, because they have that assurance of saved money, because of all this, general public have preference to public sector bank, and second preference is given to private sector bank. Okay, so today we learned about private and public sector banks, and we also saw the key difference between public and private sector. In our next lecture, we'll continue this topic, the difference between public and private sector banks. Okay, so students, stay home and study.